You guys want to do this embarrassing story thing? Because I have like 3, and one just came to me.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a story time right now, where we're all gonna share our cringe moments.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go first because something just occurred to me about when I was in high school, and I was super self-conscious about my look, like utterly just. I would look in the mirror and I would like ruin my day. I would look at a photo of myself and it would just ruin my day. Like it was so bad.
Mm.
And I just stopped looking at photos of myself and looking in the mirror, which was great, you know. But anyway, I was so upset. I would started plucking my eyebrows, and you know, there's like a tiny bit in the middle that I don't pluck anymore. But I start there. You take it too far, right? You know what I mean? You pluck in the middle, and then the top, you know, and then the side, and then all of a sudden, you're obviously going for a natural look, but then all of a sudden you got these little pencil thin eyebrows,
right?
And it just looks mangled and like just horrible.
Yeah.
So every day I'm going deeper and deeper, and not realizing how like horrible I'm looking.
Oh wow.
And it happened one time. I was at dinner with my whole family. And it was my brother-in-law who said this, of all people. I don't know why he was the one, but I'm grateful. And he goes, "Yo, Ethan." And I didn't even think anybody knew that I was plucking my eyebrows because I found it embarrassing. I was like humiliated by it for some reason. And he's like, "Ethan, you're going too crazy with the eyebrows, dude. You got to stop." He just said that to me in front of the whole family, and I don't know why my dumb prepubescent brain, it was like, oh my God. They know. Everybody knows. Not them. Everybody knows. I've been going to school like this for like a month. Right. Everybody knows that I'm massacring my eyebrows.
Sheesh.
It was a moment of pure terror, and I never plucked another eyebrow hair again as long as I lived. Yeah.
So you were doing it out of stress?
No, I was trying to look good.
Oh.
I was trying to shape my eyebrows.
Mm.
Because I would look at the cute boys that other girls like, and I was like, you know what's the difference between me and them? Their eyebrows. Swear to God. You're so stupid back then in middle school.
Oh, God.
I'd be like, that's why she likes him and not me, because his eyebrows look perfect. And so I was trying to make me have these cute boy, you know, eyebrows. I would look at dudes and be like, he has such striking eyebrows. Swear to God.
I do my own eyebrows too, by the way.
Yeah, you have crazy eyebrows.
And
People say that about you.
I do hate sometimes if I'll go too much and then it becomes too thin or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one.
As a young man, I found it very humiliating to even think that I was doing it, because I was like, oh, this isn't masculine to be plucking my eyebrows. And I felt very demasculated by that comment.
I think that was a thing in our age. Yeah.
Say what? What'd you say, Dan?
It's emasculated.
Thank you. Just emasculated.
I feel like today it's more normal for guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jersey Shore kind of made it more mainstream with the
maybe.
GTL, because before that, no guys would ever admit,
Right.
and then they're all like, "Oh, it's part of the look now."
I hate to even admit it that I still find it embarrassing for some reason to even like, I don't know. It's just such a deep trauma to me. It's such a deep trauma to me. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there you have it. I've got 2 more stories. You guys want to hear them, or you want to go do yours?
I want to hear them.
Either way, we can go around. Why don't we do ours and then we'll come back around to you?
Yeah.
Zach's not here, but he already told us how he shit on the lawn.
Right.
Well, we mentioned that, and he was like, "That's not my story. I'm not embarrassed by that."
Yeah. I was like, you should be.
He's like, "That wasn't cringe."
What is he embarrassed by?
Eli, do you have one? You want to go?
I actually don't, because you guys only told me about this yesterday.
I thought you were
last
sitting
night.
here and you said, oh, you have one. Come on.
I have a joke for you.
A joke?
So ask me, what is my story, my cringe story?
What's your cringe story?
My whole life.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Oh boy.
That's not funny.
Oh,
you're alive. You are amazing. You're not cringe.
I don't know.
You're cool as fuck.
Do you have one that you can remember for me? Because I feel like you know everything about me.
You told me a story about when you and your friends were like getting drunk for the first time you drank, and it was like a total shit show. But I don't know if that's
I don't know if
cringe
it's
or
embarrassing.
embarrassing.
I mean,
What about the restaurant that made you wear lipstick and a dress?
I mean, is it a cringe story?
I don't know. It's interesting though. It's a powerful woman's story.
Sure.
But it's you felt embarrassed to have to go wait tables like with lipstick and a dress, right?
Yeah. So I was going to school and I had to work at the same time. So I was doing a lot of like waitressing jobs. So one of them, in one of them they were like, here's the uniform and it's like a little black dress. And they're like, you have to wear that and a red lipstick. And I was like, I don't even remember the details anymore, but I was just not comfortable with that. So I quit.
Oh, well, very good. I don't know if there was more details.
I think we're mixing up two stories. One was the black dress, and I was not cool with that. Another one was, first of all, they made us like bring our own clothes, but they were very specific. Like you need to wear this white button-up shirt, black pants, black shoes, and I didn't have that stuff. I had to go buy it, especially for this job. And then on it was like New Year's Eve or something, and they were like, today we want you all to wear red lipstick. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Bye.
They fired you?
I left.
Okay, not that embarrassing.
Because it was like non-negotiable.
I remember
like,
it being more traumatic.
I don't want to wear.
Stand up,
Yeah.
Hila. Stand up.
Thank you.
Wow. Incredible. What a story, huh? All right, who's next? Ian, go ahead. Stand up, Ian.
Ian, please stand up.
Stand up, Ian. Thank you. Ian, why are you looking like Jumanji looking ass, by the way? Show Ian. Like, why are we not even going to acknowledge that Ian looks like Jumanji?
Ian, please stand up.
I don't know.
Stand up,
Please
Ian.
stand up.
Stand
Ian,
up.
please stand up. Ian, please stand up.
Ian, why do you have like a realistic Jumanji
Ian, please
outfit?
stand up.
I just grabbed some out of the closet on the way. I don't know.
Ian,
Is this the new Yeezy?
Can I keep pressing the wrong button and it makes you freak out, but I get it. Let me just do it. I just like when that happens.
Oh my god.
What kind of setting could possibly?
That's my fault.
It's the Zoom call. It's your feed on the Zoom call,
Oh,
and then he
endless
takes it,
loop?
and then
that's
it
kinda
creates an
interesting.
endless
Here,
loop.
try
Yeah.
to do one like this. Watch.
Go ahead and do a face. Oh wait, whoops, it was on Dan. Hold on, try.
Oh my god.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Wait, can you do it so it zooms on my face?
But wait, do
It
people
kind of
see
goes
it?
along
Oh,
with
yeah.
whatever motion. So Ethan, do like
Try to move.
yeah, thrust forward right as he does it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do it again.
That's terrifying.
Pretty spooky.
Reminds me of Han Solo being frozen.
Carbonite.
Thank you. Anyway, Ian, tell me your embarrassing cringe moment.
Ian,
Ian.
The first one that
Ian,
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
the first one that pops into my head was the first day of high school, where obviously, as you can tell, I'm a super fashionable guy, very hand on the pulse. And
Well, show him what you're wearing. Don't joke. You're in the
Well, you can see. I mean, it's
No,
not-
show him your feet.
Oh.
You're in the Jumanji outfit, but you're not really committed because you're wearing Yeezys, bruh. You should be wearing some like leaves or some shit or some
I
tree
think-
bark.
I think Robin Williams in Jumanji is the target for this type of fashion.
What year is it?
Yeah.
Are Yeezys out yet?
So it was the first day, and I got to school, big hallway, it's packed, everyone at the lockers and everything. And my backpack, I didn't realize that this wasn't cool at the time because I thought it was really cool in middle school. But I walked in and it was a roller backpack. So, I said it and I went, whoosh, and then you roll it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the moment I started doing that, every single person in the hallway just looked right at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was the only person in the entire high school that I saw that entire day with a roller backpack. And I carried it like in my hands for the rest of the day because I was so ashamed. I had a lot of, fashion faux pas in high school.
I remember that about middle school and high school is like you got people made fun of you if you had one of those rolly backpacks.
Well, hold on a second.
Dude.
Hold on a second. What possessed you to get the rolling backpack, Ian? Was that on fashion, or how did you make this
Just
fashion
good for
faux
the
pas?
back.
I mean, it was convenience.
You made a risk. You made a risk, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah. I also I had Heelys on too.
Oh,
shit.
no.
No,
didn't.
you did not.
You were
Making that
fully
part up.
mobile.
Everything was rolling.
Your
that
whole
day.
life was on wheels at that
Everything.
time.
Did you use them at the same time? Were you rolling?
rolling while rolling.
A little. Oh my God! I keep press. Let me press the.
It's hard
first
to
button
talk
real
and
quick.
switch, isn't it?
Hold
It's
on.
tough.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was the one I was looking for.
Oh my God.
A little later on, I embraced the meme with the rollies, and people were like, "Where can I get some?" But
That's good.
the
You want 'em
first
over.
day, it was rough. It was a rough day.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
You are a trendsetter. Ewan's ready to roll into a whole pile of bitches. Ewan was ready to be like, I'm about to get laid.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know what? I just remembered one that maybe could work here.
Okay, please stand up, Ela. Stand up, Ela.
Ian, please stand up.
Shredder gets upset every
I
time.
know. Shredder, stand up, Shredder.
All right.
All right, thank you. Stand
Ela,
up. That's
please-
a quick one. Go
Please
ahead.
stand up. Please stand up.
So, it was when I was at the army, and I all of a sudden had this awful stomach pain.
Is this a poop story?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ela's about to share a poop story? Let's go.
Oh no.
Not
Yeah.
that embarrassing.
Oh,
but,
no.
like just a little like.
Good luck.
So it was. I never had such a bad pain. I thought it was like something is wrong, and I called my superiors, and I was like, my stomach, something is not right.
Wow.
And they're like, let's get the paramedic. and I
Oh,
went-
no. This is amazing. This is amazing.
So they check me, and everything seems fine, and they're like, maybe it's period, and I'm like, no, I didn't get my period.
They're like, look, nothing's
and
wrong
I'm
with
like, this, I can't even stand. It was like really worrying. Everyone was worrying for me. And then I don't know, like a few minutes later, I had to go to the bathroom, and it was just like I had to poop. And then after I pooped, it was fine.
Did you have to tell everyone that you pooped? Or were you
I-
just like, I'm feeling better now?
I told a couple of people.
But did you tell the like, yeah, because there was like a whole
No.
commotion
I
about
was
it.
just like, it's fine, I'm fine now.
They probably got it. They're probably like, she just took a massive dump. Was it gassy poop?
I honestly don't remember. I just remember like how
That's embarrassing.
the pain was really.
I've had poops like that before, honestly, where you get so
I was
much abdominal
worried. I
pain
was
that
like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
I know what you mean. Well, when you live usually the diet she's on in the army it doesn't surprise me
Oh,
that you had
yeah.
like killer death-inducing poops.
Candies, coffee,
Bamba,
cigarettes,
cigarettes.
shitty army food with a lot of oil.
Did it sound like that?
Maybe. I think I erased it from my memory.
That's great. We all have embarrassing poop stories. That's the best thing about pooping.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my embarrassing stories was when I was in Vegas and shit myself.
Right.
I was with my family.
Wait, like a week ago? Or
No,
last
no,
month?
No, this,
Oh,
this,
okay.
this
Old
was, I think
story.
I was in college at the time.
Okay.
I was with my family and I got like really sick from either food poisoning or I got a fever or something, a flu. And I was playing poker. I was having so much fun. I was doing good, just enjoying myself. And then all of a sudden it was like one of these moments where I'm playing cards and it was like, and I oop. And I was like, oh, buddy. So I cashed out. I'm wearing basketball shorts, like elastic, kind of athletic. And I am walking to the hotel room that I'm sharing with my brother, and I farted, and it wasn't just like it was a shart, but it was running down my leg. And because I was wearing short, like athletic shorts and briefs, not briefs, but like boxer shorts,
Yeah.
very open, it was literally able to drip down my leg past my pant line.
God.
So I had actually visible diarrhea running down my leg. I was walking through the casino to the hotel room. I had diarrhea dripping down my leg. I was one of those people we made fun of. I didn't stop to wipe it and throw it on the floor or anything, though.
Jesus.
I was trying to keep it together. But, you know, the funniest part is I get into my room, and my brother's in the shower, and he's got the door locked to the bathroom. And I was like, Sean, you better get out right now, dude. I got to, something happened. I need to get in there. But people walked by me, too. And I was just like, please. I was like, hey. I was just like, you know, I was walking like this. I was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Got in the elevator. I think there was someone in the elevator with me.
Why like this? To make your legs,
Because
legs.
I think I was clenching my ass. So it was more like this. Because I was trying to keep, I didn't want more. I was trying to keep the dam blocked. So I was walking around like this. Hey, nice to see you. How's you winning any money tonight? How's the table for you? Huh? Yeah, that was crazy. I was so sick, man. Very embarrassing, too. Well, I think the only time I've shit my pants as an adult.
Sometimes I think about it's pretty remarkable that we all aren't shitting our pants more. Like, if you do the math, I don't know if that's weird.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I totally get your point.
Like if you shit what, 2 times a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week,
Chances are.
so that's 14 shits a week times 52 weeks a year
It's a lot of shitting going on.
times like what, 20 years? How many shits is that?
Yeah.
Thousands,
And
hundreds
there's
of thousands.
always been a toilet. It's
Well,
crazy.
the good news about society today, at least here in America, is that the toilet per square footage is pretty good.
Good ratio. Strong
So the
ratio.
chance that you're going to be caught like in a position to shit. I mean, we've engineered society so that people don't shit their pants,
A lot. Yeah.
and that I think is part of what society really is.
Yeah. That
That you don't-
is civilization.
There's a toilet. We do not have any shit on the street or in our pants even.
All right.
Does GERD give you irritable bowel syndrome? Question from the fan.
I don't think so.
All right.
I've never heard of that association. But everything's irritated in my body, so who knows? I mean, my throat's irritated, my bowels are irritated, my brain is irritated. I'm irritated. Everything about me is irritated. AB, did you tell yours? What's yours?
Yeah, mine I kind of repressed. It's kind of bad. I'm.
By the way, let me stop. AB's is always like way worse than it should be. So I'm
I
expecting
tell
something
it.
horrible.
I tell it. I make it sound worse than what it is.
Okay,
I
let's
feel
hear
like
it.
Is it going to wind
He's
up
like,
with somebody
yeah,
dead?
He's like, yeah,
Just-
I accidentally ran a dude over and killed him.
just Dan, check me if I come out wrong.
Okay.
I'm sure you will.
I got
yeah,
my
just
finger.
some-
I got the finger on your mic's
Okay,
mute
yeah,
button.
hit the kill switch. So let me. I guess the audience, I may have confused them, but my whole life, like I never smoked, drank anything, or did anything like that until I started college. There was a few years where I did, and then I went back to the halal life. I went back to the light. But like the first summer where I started partying, you know, I thought I was a shit, whatever. But I couldn't handle anything. Like I couldn't smoke. It was a nightmare. So I had a party one night, and some girl messaged me and said, "Oh, thanks for the invite." Like towards the end, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, you could still come through," because I was at a point in my life where I could talk like that, come through. But she's like, "All right, yeah, for sure. Let me know when everyone leaves." So
He's trying to fuck you.
that's what I assumed. So I texted her, and she's like, "Do you want to smoke?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." When she's outside, she goes, "Oh, I'm here," and she goes, "Just so you know, we're just hanging out. Don't try anything." And I'm never the one to make the first move, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, I'm sorry, I misread." So she came in, we smoked. This was like weed from the devil itself. I was tripping, okay, and so we go inside, and like I had no cable, nothing, because only thing I had we watched movies on the Xbox, and it was locked in my roommate's room, and he wasn't home. So there's nothing for us to do. The only thing I had at the house was this Donkey Kong game called Donkey Konga, I believe it was called.
You guys were playing Donkey Kong?
Donkey
w-
Konga. It's the one with like the little bongos.
I tried talking to her, nothing. She didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to conversate or.
Why'd she come over? What is this? I'm
I was.
confused.
I don't know. So the only game I
She
had.
came over after the party, only when everyone was gone, to play Donkey Kong with you.
Yeah, I sent in the Discord. I don't,
Awesome.
if you guys aren't familiar, you play this game with drums.
Here, let me pull up a photo.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh,
older-
I totally missed the.
That looks fun.
It's like they. It does.
You move like this.
Oh, okay. It's like a DDR kind of thing.
Yeah, you move like
Cool.
that, and you clap to jump.
Love that for it.
And so I'm stoned out of my mind, and she's not talking to me, and I'm just playing Donkey Kong.
Bro, that
my
is
God.
so embarrassing.
And like my heart's going with the drums, and every time like I would like clap, I'd give her a little look, and she's staring.
Why? Wait, why?
She's staring.
Wait, why were you looking at her when you clapped?
I don't know. I was like, I knew how ridiculous it was, but
You
at
were
the same
just like
time,
checking on her?
yeah, like what was her reaction? And I think I was so high that I actually like was paying attention to the game as well. So every time I look, and she'd give me that look, and I get nervous, and I'd start going faster on the drums, and it was a fucking nightmare. It felt like fucking years I was in that room playing Donkey Kong, and she's like, "All right, I gotta go." I was like,
Thank
"All right,
God.
for sure." And then she left, and she goes, "Man, you're a little bitch." That's what yeah, she texted me and said,
Wait. What? She said that to you on the
she
way
said,
out?
"You're being a little bitch." She thought that I wasn't making a move because she was cool with my ex at the time. So she thought I wasn't making a move because of that. I'm like, you said we're just hanging out, and I was respecting that.
Oh my God.
She goes, "Are you serious?" She's like, "I came over at like 2 a.m. to smoke with you." I'm like, "But you fucking said we're just hanging out." So I played Donkey
awesome.
Kong. So thank you for the.
Dude, she must
Oh my
have.
God.
Well, first of all, obviously, you did the right thing. You can't make a move when a girl.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
she said.
It's like,
that's what
I'm
she's
not,
there
I'm not
for.
trying
I
to
didn't
get
know what
me
else to
too.
do.
I'm not-
We didn't
it's
have
like,
any other activities.
Just, ladies, if you want something, you just this is our job, men. If you tell us something you want, we just believe you.
Yep.
In today's world, we're not taking. There's no risk. There's no gray lines. You say this, we do that. You say this, we do that. So AB, you did.
You
the
say
right
no sex, we play Donkey Kong.
Yes. And I like repressed it. It wasn't until I was at Thanksgiving at Lena's cousin's house, and her little nephew brought out the little bongo
Kong?
drums, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Get that,
So
get
did
that
you
away from me."
So when she called you a little bitch on the
Called me a
way
little
out, did you guys talk anymore? Did she just leave you with that?
We hooked up another time, but
Okay, I didn't ask that. Jesus.
Kind
what, I mean, yeah, I mean, what?
That's,
She,
that's
what am I, her
super
dream guy
sick.
playing Donkey Kong?
No, but did she? I just want to know on that
Oh.
conversation.
Oh,
If she said anything
Did she say anything else,
after
or did she
said
just
you're a
leave
bitch?
you with your little bitch?
oh no, yeah, no. She said that. Oh, you're acting this way because your ex.
Oh, so you guys had a whole conversation?
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if it fucked with your head, where she's like your little bitch and then bounced and didn't explain what happened.
Okay, that was a nightmare.
It
I love-
reminds me of the time that we were at, I think it was at Post Malone's, and there was a chocolate on the counter.
Oh yeah.
And I assumed that it was normal chocolate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Yellow. I'm
Uh-oh.
sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was trying to imply with the story of me and Lena that I told on our previous episode with OJ, but I guess it came out wrong and people thought I dosed my wife and then admitted it on an episode that wasn't live and then we posted it. Or I don't know, but I'm sorry, proceed.
So, yeah, I was just like, this looks like a regular chocolate. And I took like a whole cube, and then they told us that it was not. And I think we went right back home. And I think that like you fell asleep, and I put on, it was around the time that the Bill Nye on Netflix show came out, and it was like horrible.
Everyone was goofing on
It
Bill.
was so bad. And I put that on, and I watched the whole season, and I was like
Like
super
the
high.
whole season? Did you learn? Were you able to pay attention?
It was all a blur. Like,
Right. Boy, that Bill Nye. As a fan of Bill Nye's as a kid, boy, that Netflix show was horrible.
so bad.
That's too bad. I never watched it because I didn't want
But it was
to
like a
ruin my
live
image of him
audience
from
and
my
everything.
childhood.
It was really
not
weird.
it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't it. Because the Bill Nye Kid Show was like super well produced with segments and stuff. This was all alive. It was odd, man. It was odd.
I think that's the thing is like because I love the Bill Nye show
Super
too.
low budget.
But yeah, I think I think what made that show was all of the production. Like it was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was
I don't want to get to know Bill Nye on a personal level.
right. Yeah.
It was the quick cuts and the energy.
Yeah,
Unlike
exactly.
anything you'd see in the schoolroom.
Right.
If you guys are looking for something really bad to watch, I recommend.
It's kind of it's a fun like bad thing to watch. you
Yeah.
know? It's a good bad one.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. That was, when people put on Bill Nye, that was when you had a substitute teacher and you knew you were just
That's
not
hype
doing
as fuck.
anything.
Yeah.
Bill Nye. Yeah, exactly. Friday afternoon, you got the substitute teacher, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill
Everyone in the class
Nye
like,
the
Bill,
Science
Bill,
Guy.
Bill.
Hey, it's Friday, baby. Fuck.
I gotta be honest, I miss those like Fridays, bro. Friday didn't really mean shit to me anymore.
It's I mean, we get pretty excited when we're done with this show and we're out of here for the weekend, baby.
Fridays are tough. The weekends are tough, bro, in our house.
It's so tough.
I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like I'm burning on both ends these days. I know you feel the same way too, Ela.
Yeah, I think we're deciding that we might need help on the weekend too because it's like
You need some time to relax.
I have no time.
the
I have
weekend
no
is the
time.
opposite. It's like the week is almost chiller than the weekend. Right. So we, in a way, there's like no break.
Like yesterday, we had a really long day yesterday. We went to the doctor, we worked all day, got home, took care of the theater, the dogs, put her to bed, and then immediately I came, worked on the show for today.
And also
went to bed.
when we got home, there was still a lot of things going on and we had a lot of calls.
Yeah.
So it was literally nonstop.
No, it was nonstop. And then right after I finished preparing for today, I went straight to bed, fall asleep, and then Theodore at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
holy shit.
then he came again at 6.
Yeah.
By the way.
He's been doing 2 stops in the middle of the night, bro. It's brutal. You know, it's so funny, though. Like, it's so cute when he comes into our bedroom.
It
Like,
is.
He came in once at 11 p.m. We were preparing for dinner. And
Yeah.
he came in like a little ninja.
Not
and he-
for dinner. We were preparing for
Preparing
bed.
for
you
bed,
mean?
sorry, at
We were
11 p.m.?
brushing, Yeah.
And so for some reason, when he wakes up, he gets everything, all of his possessions.
Yeah.
So he's got these thing called
So
lovies, which
funny.
are like these little blankets with stuffed animal heads on the top.
Yeah.
Like a little elephant head and then a blankie. It's a cute
Yeah.
little thing that he loves. And he's got a bunch of them. So he'll grab like literally like 7 lovies, his bottle with water in it, a book, his favorite book. And so he walked into the bathroom like a little ninja. I mean, we were just brushing our teeth.
And we're like,
Walks in. Yeah, he scared us. We're like, oh, what are you doing here? So I take him back to his room. We say, okay, sweetheart, I'm going to sit with you. And he says, Daddy, chair.
so cute though.
Just tired.
So
Tired. Oh, I know what that is. That's the Basherverse when he was like losing it. Tired. Can we get that soundbite? I know it's not polite, but it's pretty good.
We'll put in the request for Zach.
I'm looking through his database here.
I don't think we ever
he
pulled
has
that
it,
one.
Yeah.
We still have Dan's story and love.
Yeah.
And love?
Dan, go ahead. What do you got for me?
Oh boy, so it's gonna be hard to surpass that Donkey Kong story, but
Bro, that image of you keep looking at her
yeah.
is so funny because I've been that high and I just know how horrible it feels.
I hate it so much.
Dude, I hate it.
I wish I enjoyed it. I have so many friends that I really wish I did. But
Same Z's. I hate being high. There's nothing good about being high. Literally, me being high, I just think about that. It's Donkey Kong. It's just this. What's the worst?
I'm sorry. I mean, but I remember you were on a podcast once and you were talking about, I forget what game you were playing, and you were high and you just kept riding on a horse for like hours.
Oh no, I was
that
tripping
was
balls
like-
when that
that
happened.
was
Oh,
like
okay.
I was
acid
playing.
trip.
Yeah, I was playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
oh yeah, right.
was
Had just
awful.
a horrible trip where we took too much. Someone told us it was a small amount, but it was like a big amount, and we were just.
And the whole week, everyone was like, the other people that took it, they were like, "Oh, it's so mellow. It's such a mellow wine. You're
could
gonna
never-
be totally fine."
Me and Ela were
You
not
never
even
believe
able
people
to
when it comes to that.
communicate.
We were not able to talk.
We were in the same apartment, but like totally not
Different
even.
universes.
Yeah. I was literally I was like, okay, how can I ground myself right now? I love Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim a lot. And so I was like, I'm just going to go play Skyrim. That will help. And I think I must have, for 5 hours straight, just running on a horse in a straight line.
And we would try to like
Running.
put music on, and we
Running.
couldn't listen to music. We couldn't do anything.
Oh man.
Just running
Oh God.
on a horse.
You know what's crazy? I think I went to school the next day.
Oh, yeah. I went to work the next day.
Yeah.
too. I was
Oh, boy.
fine. That's the craziest part is we
'Cause
woke up.
I
we were
remember
fine.
like eating lunch with everyone at school, like totally like.
Acid doesn't really have a
What-
very bad.
Yeah, it doesn't
calm
have,
down.
like, a
It
calm
just,
down.
Not really.
That was one of
It
the
just
most
kinda-
surprising things is that like by 12 o'clock the next day, I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like fine.
But it
thank God.
it
Yeah.
lasted like 15 hours. It was crazy.
It was the
Jesus.
worst.
You said
Worst.
one of you guys said something like you felt like you were gonna be stuck that way forever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. 15 hours is a long time to be like that, bro. I was running and it was snowy, and I was on the horse and I was just running. I wasn't doing anything, just running. And I tried to put on music and it was just the worst.
Yeah.
Worse.
I used to do that in Grand Theft Auto. I used to try to climb to the highest building and then just walk off, or walk to the highest mountain, just walk up it and then just jump off.
Somebody might read into that.
Yeah. Is that a cry for help, maybe?
Doesn't everyone do that in Grand Theft Auto?
I mean, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just
Sure.
running and running.
Oh, shit.
There was no objective.
Sam and I have got high together one time, and it was so traumatizing. And we
Really?
never will again. We went and saw the Sonic movie.
You saw? Well, you went out of the house and saw Sonic?
Wait,
Yeah.
high like weed high or something?
Yeah, it was inedible,
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
will
that's,
get ya.
yeah, that's different.
and we hadn't tried this specific one before. And yeah, it came out on Valentine's Day, so we were like, "Oh, this will be kind of a funny thing." And like 90 seconds in, I just look over and Sam's gone, and I
Glazed
go
over.
out and yeah, I go out into like the lobby. And she's just wandering around looking like super terrified.
Oh no.
And I go up, I'm like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And she's like, He's so fast. He's
No
so
way.
fast." Yeah. And I was like, "It's okay. It's all right. We'll be fine." And
Sam, you want to come comment on this?
I'm sure she doesn't want to get into it, but
No, that's okay.
yeah, and I tried to calm her down, but then as she was telling me how fast Sonic was, I started freaking out. And
He is fast.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
yeah, and we sat at one of those benches like when you head to the auditorium, just like grabbing each other.
Seriously?
We were like, "It's fine. It's okay.
What?
Oh
We're
my
good."
God.
Stop some gummies or
I
some
can't
shit.
believe
Yeah,
that.
I'm not sure what
Did you guys
exactly.
not just bail, or you sat there just thinking about how fast Sonic was for a minute?
We sat there a little too long, I think, and then we just went and sat in the car for like hours, just trying to like wait it out.
Holy
You know what would
shit.
probably help that
God.
high? If you guys watch the J Station Sonic EXE video.
Oh, a good point. Kind of purge.
So what was
Yeah.
it about Sonic Speed that put you in that funk?
I don't know. He's just blurry. He's so.
just a lot-
And the theater was like pretty much sold out, so we were like in the front,
Oh,
right where the
shit.
screen's like right above
So
you. You know.
fast.
Yeah, he's so fast, dude.
Holy shit, bro.
There are horror videos on like TikTok about Sonic killing you. I've seen those, and he always is too slow when he kills you.
What?
Why is
Yeah.
everything about Sonic so
Yeah, can we not
weird?
talk? Why is everything come down to Sonic? Like nobody even cares.
What the frick?
What
What
the
the
freak?
Love, you have one you wanted to share?
Wait,
Love
did
Bot?
Dan finish
No, I
the
didn't.
story?
I didn't
Dan-
even start
oh,
mine.
What the hell? What happened? Why are we talking about Sonic?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Go ahead, Dan. Stand up, Dan.
Dan,
Stand
stand
up.
up.
Shredder's looking. Do I need to
Stand
get up?
Dan.
Nice.
Go ahead. Appreciate that. Love that for you.
You love that phrase now.
Yeah, I know.
Love that for you. All right, so my story is also school related. It was in college, and it was when I went to film school. And in one of the courses that I had, the way it kind of worked was like this. We basically shot an episode of a TV show, and it was like you worked on the crew, and it was kind of like this simulated experience where all of the department heads were like actual professionals that work in the industry. So like the director, the assistant director, the cinematographer, all of those people were like the teachers, and then you work for them like you would on a crew. And so I was in the production department and helping the assistant director. And I had kind of gotten into it with this guy because the time that I was in the class, the guy that normally was the director was on vacation or something, or sick leave or something. So the assistant director was filling in, and he was directing, which meant that he wasn't really paying as much attention to instructing me on what I was supposed to do. And one of my responsibilities was to make the call sheet. And so the call sheet, for anybody that's not familiar, is basically just a spreadsheet that has all the information, where to show up, what time to show up, when lunch is going to be, all that kind of stuff. And I didn't do it quite right. And he called me in the evening to like chew me out. And he was kind of a dick about it. And I kind of like stood up for myself. I was like, hey man, like you didn't really even explain how to do this. So I'm not sure why you're like calling me and yelling at me because, you were too busy directing the show to tell me how you wanted it done. And he kind of calmed down. He's like, okay, fair enough. So I had already had it out with this guy, right? So I believe it was the next day. They were shooting, and he was in the video village, and he was kind of like directing the episode or whatever. And while we were actually shooting, I didn't really have that many responsibilities, so I was just like standing around. Now, this was in 2010, which was in the early era of smartphones, right? And I believe it was the first smartphone I ever had. It was like a Droid something or other, right? And in those anybody that had a smartphone in those early days probably remembers that they were, by today's comparison, kind of shitty. They were kind of buggy. They'd fuck up sometime. And the guy who was directing the episode that I had it out with, he was taking it really fucking seriously. And he was like hunched over, staring at the monitor. And the thing is, this is all just a simulation. Nobody's ever going to watch this. So I just like found it kind of goofy that he was taking it so seriously. And so my girlfriend at the time, she had been there for that whole conversation when I had it out with him. And I wanted to shoot a picture of him. Now, obviously, while you're recording, you shouldn't really be taking pictures, and especially you shouldn't have the flash on. That would be a really bad idea, right? So I, of course, turned off the flash before I snapped this little secret picture of him. Well, my phone, to this day, I don't know. It didn't register, and that flash went off, and his head snapped over and looked at me, and if you look in the Discord, Ethan, I just shared a picture with you.
You have the photo?
I still have the photo to this day.
Oh my God.
So if you want to put that on the screen real quick, this is the three heads of people snapping over and staring at me right before he stood up and started screaming his fucking head off. And what a fucking idiot. The guy closest. The guy
right?
closest.
Yeah, you can tell. He's ready to like punch you.
Oh my God.
He's like, you did not just.
Yeah. And so he basically just stopped everything and just chewed me out in front of the entire class, just everybody that was there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty
Did you
brutal.
have to explain why you were taking a photo of them?
I was just profusely apologetic, and it's just like, obviously because I had just the night before like had it out with this guy, and I like had kind of successfully defended myself from him. Like he kind of like was like, okay, you're right or whatever, but obviously he already kind of like had me on the shit list. And then here my goofy ass is standing there just like snapping a picture of him in secret while they're filming. The flash goes off, which like is visible on camera too, by the way. Like, so it kind of fucks up the shot. It's
You can
just,
see how shiny his shoe is.
I thought that was Greg Paul when I first saw this photo.
That's so funny that you have the photo.
yeah, right. Because so I've held on to that, and I don't take pictures on set anymore. That like traumatized me forever. I just don't take pictures. Like,
Wait, when was this in your life?
It was in like 2009, 2010.
And what were you doing at the time?
I was in school. This was in college.
This was college.
Yes, right. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I
that's stuck with me for years. Anytime I think
They're
about it,
all
it's just
looking
like,
at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it like it flashes before it takes a photo?
Yeah.
That's epic.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. And you can see how shiny his shoe is if you're doubting it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Love that.
So yeah, I had thought of a few others, but then that just like hit me, and I dug through my old photos until I found that. I was like, I got to show the photo. So
Look how he's all serious. He's all like got his thinking hand up.
that's what I'm saying is like I at the moment was finding him cringe because I'm like, what, like, dude, like, because again, this guy wasn't the normal director, so it was kind of like I had this idea that it's like, oh, this guy thinks like this is his big chance. He gets to pretend he's a director. You know what I mean? And so I was trying to like goof on him and take the picture.
Got fucking owned.
Yeah, I got fucking owned. I got fucking owned big time.
Man, that's great. Love, you got one you want to share? I have another one.
Yeah, I do
Actually,
have
two
one, but I'm
more.
kind of arguing with myself if I should tell it. Because it's not. It's like just pure cringe, and there's no fun
Love that.
conversation on it.
Love
That's
that
what
for
we
you.
want.
All right. So it wasn't that long ago. It was 2 summers ago. Me and some friends went traveling in Europe by train, and we had everything booked out, every hotel booked, everything paid for. And like halfway in, we had like this big fight. The group like kind of split. And mind you, we all booked hotel rooms that were like houses, so we could live in a house.
What'd you guys fight about?
Just how what we did. Like some people wanted to do that, and some people would want to like go around and check on like just I don't know, just basically how the trip was laid out and what we did in the cities.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so halfway in, we did like kind of just have this big argument, and I was with 3 people who kind of didn't like how we had planned, and then there was like 5 people who thought the other thing, and it ended up the 2 people who were on my side ended up going home. They left. They didn't, and I stayed because I had already paid for it, and I didn't want to like waste it, so I stayed with all these people who basically at this point hates me.
Oh my god.
And we traveled through Europe together, and I didn't want to like give up the money I spent, so I just went along with it, and it was terrible.
Oh no.
Well, hold on. How did you guys? I thought so. Wait, you guys parted. You wanted to part ways, but then you ended up going with them because you were by yourself, or what happened?
No, we couldn't part way because we had booked Airbnbs. So we had to live together. That's what was booked, and the whole trip was booked that we were going to, and we stopped in multiple cities.
You guys never
So you
made
couldn't
up
really
during that
split
whole time.
part. I mean, it was just we kind of did, but it was just awkward, and we still, yeah, it was just everything was super awkward. There's no fun in it, just awkwardness.
You guys got in a really vicious fight, I guess. And you were the boss.
Yeah.
You were the leader of the mutinous group.
And they all
No,
left.
I mean I don't know, but yeah, those 2 who were on my side left, and it was just awkwardness the rest of the trip.
You lost your
sucks.
allies.
That is,
Yeah.
that would be pretty cringe.
That's why Love doesn't leave the house now. He uses a robot.
Exactly.
And how long was the trip?
About 1.5 week. So we were at the half point. So 1.5 week after we traveled. Yeah.
Group trips are difficult, right?
Group trips are the worst, bro.
I'm not going on another group trip for sure.
Like the besides meeting you on the Israel trip I did, it was like
Birthright.
so fucking. It was like so not fun. I'm so glad. Obviously, it's so funny because obviously it changed the course of my whole life in meeting you.
Yeah,
But the
I know.
trip itself as a group trip was just so brutally horrible. It was so bad. It was so horrible.
I mean, everyone there seemed to love it, but I think it's not. It's really not for someone like you.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's like, I don't know.
Okay, here's what it is. It's a lot of like, we're gonna do group activities, and you're
Yeah.
gonna break out of your shell.
Yeah.
I don't like breaking out of my shell. I like my shell. You know, we're gonna do arts and crafts together, so you all get to know each other. Hate that shit.
You know what love story reminded me? That time we went to Greece with your friends,
Yeah.
and we rented the car.
Oh shit, that was awesome. We went to Greece, which was really fun. But my friend was like, we have to get cars because how are we going to get around Athens?
Which we actually found
Which,
out.
by the way,
you totally don't need a car.
Athens is like famous in Europe for having like the greatest
Like-
brand new subway system that is like incredible. And to even think about driving around would be so idiotic. But so the thing is, we got my friend. I think I want to blame this all on my friend.
Yeah.
He got stick shifts. But here's the funny part. None of us know how to. Well, we all drove stick shifts at one point, but we hadn't drove in a stick shift in a long time. And so we all arrive in Greece and get this stick shift car. We're like, oh yeah, we could do this. And so first he goes. He's like, I can drive a stick shift. This friend of mine is a really goofy guy. And so even in the lot when we go to pick up the car, it's like he's driving. It's like it's like these dumb ass Americans in Greece trying to like you can't even try. Like we look so stupid. So right out of the lot, you know what I'm saying? And so we like, dude, get out. You can't do this shit. It's so embarrassing. Get out. And then Sean was with us, right?
Right.
And Sean, we all had known how to drive stick shifts at one point in our lives. And then so Sean gets in and we're like taking off. We're driving a little bit. And then it's like, the car brakes. And then we're like, okay, I think Hila or me.
I think all of us tried it.
So I go, okay, I'm going to try. It's like
I mean, I got my license on stick.
I
shift.
drove for a year on stick shift.
I don't know what happened.
No, I definitely.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
Bro, it was some like
No,
it was
some regular,
bullshit.
whatever.
Yeah, just some 4-door, generic shit, you know, Honda or something.
Do you guys keep stalling out?
So eventually I try, Hila tries, everyone tries. We can't. We're like, okay, there's got to be something wrong with the car. There has to be something wrong with this car. And then our friend gets back in. He's like, oh, I'm just going to do this. Because we got out of the lot and we were just stuck in the
on the
middle of
street.
Athens. We don't know where we are, where we're doing.
shit.
We're 4 moronic tourists who rented this car and literally are just stuck. Because none of us idiots can drive it. So our friend gets back and he's okay, I'm going to make this happen. It's like crazy, you know? It's like, and then the car stops and starts smoking. We destroyed the transmission.
Oh,
Yeah, you burned the clutch probably.
Yeah, burned the clutch
We
for
took
sure.
turns absolutely destroying. We fucking destroyed this car. It's smoking.
Oh no!
It is the worst way to start a trip. Like, can you imagine? This was for our honeymoon, I think. We're like, we're gonna show up, and this is the beginning. We're like, dude. So get this, we call the rental company, and we're like, dude, there's something wrong with your car. It's not. I think you gave us a defective car. It's smoking and shit. So some dude cruises out on a motorcycle, 2 of them, and he's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, all right, my homie's going to take the motorcycle back, and I'm going to take the car. So we all got out, and guess what? This motherfucker gets in the car, and he takes off no problem. He literally drives off smooth as a daisy, no problems. And we call a taxi and go to our hotel. And we're like, wow, we really are so bad. But we were just like, dude, I think we fucking destroyed that car. And we never heard from them.
Wow.
But
And
he
then we
drove
were
off.
like, we don't even need a car.
Yeah. We're like, we're kind of glad that happened. There's no parking in Athens. There's no,
Oh shit, that's funny.
bro. The fact we all looked at each other like when he drove off, like nothing, like no problem, no problem. We all were like, wow. Wow.
Oh shit.
We 5 of us taking turns destroying that thing till it was smoking. It's crazy.
I don't know how I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a great one, eh? Yeah. I have a bunch, man. The Scare PewDiePie one. When I did Scare PewDiePie and I got stuck on the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
You've told that story on
Yeah.
the podcast
did tell
before. It
that
was a long
story.
time ago. If you want to tell it again, but
That was horrible.
That was a good one.
I was doing Scare PewDiePie. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Why?
They gave me an ear. They call it an earbug, so the producer can talk to you. Somehow, I get this fucking thing stuck in my ear. They put me on a roof. Okay, they put me on a roof by myself. There's this big set, and they're getting ready. Like PewDiePie is supposed to be running out, and zombies are chasing after him, and I'm supposed to be like, "Yo, you got to save me off this roof." So they put me on the roof. I got the earpiece in my ear, and I'm literally stuck up there for fucking hours. They're not shooting, and this earpiece gets stuck in my ear, and so I start trying to get it out. Because it's irritating me a little bit. I'm trying to get it out. And every time I try to get out, it goes in more and more. And I start like doing like this. Trying to get it out. It starts to hurt. I'm up there panicking. There's nobody around me. There's nobody to talk to me. I'm up on this roof panicking with this earbug or whatever you call it. Earwig, right, Dan?
Yeah, earwig.
And I'm just picking at it and picking at it and picking at it and picking at it. It's getting worse and worse and we're closer to it. And it's getting so painful. And then what happened was I was trying to tear it out. I broke it in half. And I was just trying to get it out. I'm up there by myself tearing at my ear. I've broken the piece now. There's no sound coming out of it. And I'm trying to tear it out. So now I've got to laugh. And I'm like, oh, the sound guy can hear me. The sound guy's listening to me the whole time going, fuck, shit, fuck. And I start going, sound guy, if you can hear me, I need help. I was like, I have an emergency, sound guy. I need help. This earwig's stuck and it hurts a lot, and I really need help. No help comes. So I was like, okay, this guy can't hear me. So they're getting ready to shoot, and I'm like, yo, guys, listen, I need help. So they bring me down from the roof after being up for 2 hours freaking out. They bring in the paramedic with pliers that has to ply it out of my ear. And I see the sound guy. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? Didn't you hear me crying for help? He's like, yeah, I heard you. He's like, that's not my job. I was like, you motherfucker.
That sounds like a lot of sound guys I've worked.
And then, I remember there was a pyrotechnic guy.
Uh,
He was setting up pyrotechnics in front of me, like down right below me. I was like, yo, can you call for help? I need help. And he's like, that's not my job. Nobody will help me.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hey.
What's Zach doing here?
Hey, Zach.
Zach.
Hello, guys.
Zach's sick. Where did Zach come from?
Well, we messaged him because I saw that he's watching, and I said,
story?
"You got a story? Why don't you just zoom in and tell us your story?"
Yeah, I'd love to tell my story. I'm also sitting here and judging Dan's soundbite work.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, you have years of experience at this point compared to me.
My story. Your stories were great. They were cracking me up. My story is very awkward and cringe, and it involves a teacher.
You didn't. It's not shitting on the lawn.
No, I'm proud of that one.
Right. Not sure
I'm very
why.
proud
But
of
I'm
that
with you.
It involves my senior year of high school on graduation day. A teacher of mine who was like a mentor to me, and it was right in front of my family and a bunch of other teachers, and he was giving me a hug, and it was one of those weird, awkward side hugs where my arm accidentally grazed his dick. And it was in front of a whole bunch of people, and it was just such a cringy fucking moment.
Well,
for
how
me.
do people know you grazed the dick? That usually just happens
It
in
was
silence.
just so obvious. It was just this weird, like, my hand touched
What,
his
everybody
cock.
was like, Zach touched his dick? I mean, how would they even think about it?
Well, no, in my mind, I felt it. I mean,
Everybody was looking. The teacher
Yeah.
knew. What did the teacher respond?
it was an unsaid, just like get the fuck out of here moment. Like,
Did he
no,
think you
no one
grabbed
said
him?
it. What's that?
Do you think he thinks you grabbed him?
Could be.
Oh.
Zach, you
was
scooped your
so-
Did
teacher's
you
dick?
grab him, Zach?
No, the dude was my mentor. Like, I'm like, it was the most awkward fucking cringe thing of my life.
Oh my god.
You got a good feel for his junk, though? Like, it sounds like you took a good scoop at it.
It was a graze. It wasn't a scoop. It was a graze.
Because I've grazed men's junk.
It really doesn't
wasn't
sound like that big
yeah,
a deal.
It wasn't that humiliating. I mean, accidents happen.
In my mind, it was cringe, and like I still cringe thinking about that. And every time or anytime I hear the dude's name, I'm like, ugh.
I think it says something interesting about you that you're grazing a man's junk has left such a mark on your soul.
Well, I think it was just a scenario that I was in front of like everybody, and like it was the last day of high school on
So
graduation.
let me just understand here. You, like,
I mean,
okay.
everything at high school is like extra time embarrassing. You know
I'm
what
just
I
trying
mean?
to understand the situation. So so here's the audience in front of me, and he's standing like this.
Yeah.
And then if Ela comes and hugs me from the side, so Ela
Yeah.
can hug me from the side, and then how did your hand graze?
Yeah, it was right like that. It accidentally like just grazed his cock.
Was he a tall guy?
He was shorter than me.
Ela?
But
So you come in for the hug, and then she comes in for the hug from the side, and her hand grazes right over.
yeah.
It doesn't seem that bad to me, Zach.
It's cringe in my mind, dude. I still cringe at it.
Was he still your mentor after?
I think he was a little more than my mentor after that.
Giving you a tour of his manhood.
It was just very uncomfortable.
Did anyone in the audience comment like, "Yo, you grazed his cock"?
No. No
So
one
nobody
commented.
even knew this happened.
No, but I knew it happened.
Oh, I feel like I'm having a heart attack right now.
What?
I swear to God, I feel like my left side of my chest just seized with pain.
Are you clenching?
I've passed. What does clenching mean? Like seizing
What you
up?
said that you were doing.
Your
Oh,
butt.
no, my asshole was not clenching at that moment. Thanks for asking.
I want to say I do that too. I do clench my asshole.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't
Interesting.
think
Why do you do that?
Yeah, why do you do that?
Maybe it's like a tick, or I don't know. It's like a like
Do you
you
feel
said.
like it raised your blood pressure?
Not necessarily. It's just kind of it's like it's a Kegel, like you said.
Well, Ethan has an excuse, Zach. I'm not sure I'm understanding why you clench your asshole.
Sometimes, you go up and down, dude. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm weird, dude. I don't know.
Joker brain. Thank you, Zach. Feel better, okay, buddy?
Miss you guys, Dan, I'm watching you.
Thanks for checking in.
Feel better, buddy.
Thank you.
Just doesn't seem that bad. I do think it's interesting to analyze Zach's psych. I mean, I've grazed cock. You just move on. You're like, okay, that happened. Let's just move on. You don't hold on to
I mean,
it.
to me, the pooping on the lawn is way worse.
That's way worse. Zach told a story when he had to make a diarrhea and he just pulled onto some anonymous person's house and shit on the lawn. That's way worse than grazing a dick. Way worse. Oh, so I have this story. It's probably the most embarrassed I've ever been in my whole life.
Really?
And I don't know if it will hit for you guys as hard as it hit for me, but I'll tell the story regardless.
Okay.
Sean, good friend. You got a long time viewers will know Sean. We grew up. We were like best buds growing up. We lived close to each other. We were all close with our families. I knew his family, his mom and dad, and his sister were all really close. And one day, I would cruise up to his house like every day during summer, walk in through his side gate and in his backyard, and then go up to his room and hang out. So one day I cruise up, I go in the backyard, and his dad is in the backyard sunbathing. He's like in just swim trunks. He's just chilling. He doesn't have a shirt on. But what shocked me about it is just that his dad had this, it's ironic for me to say this now, but he had like a huge belly.
Okay.
And it just surprised me because he's like really fit. He's like a contractor. He does physical work. So like he looks like strong and normal, but like when I saw him, I never seen him with his shirt off. And he was like, he just had this enormous, I've never seen a body like that, a huge belly. And so I go up the stairs. I'm like, hey, Brian, whatever, that's his name. I go upstairs to Sean's room. And I just go up there and I was like, I was trying to be funny, I guess. I was just a douchey little piece of shit, you know, back in the day, just trying to be funny. And I'm like, Sean, your dad is so fucking fat. Like, so mean. Like, so mean, you know. So mean. Over the top. Just unnecessary. I was just trying to be funny. I was like, I can't believe what I just saw. He's so fucking fat. And then my buddy's looking at me. And he's looking at me like, making a face that I didn't understand. Like, and I was like, I looked behind me, and his fucking dad came up right behind me and was listening to me the whole time.
God.
And I was wanted to die. And the thing is that I actually liked his dad a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, so much pain.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, Brian. I was like,
You apologize? Like,
yeah, I
what?
just said, I was like, I'm sorry. I think I was just the pain of impact. It was like being shot by a bullet of emotional pain.
Yeah.
I was just speechless. Oh, that was the most embarrassed I've ever been in my life.
I feel like every time one of us tells a story, it like brings back some repressed memories in my
Yeah,
mind.
it's
Like,
funny because this is reminding me of a story now.
Tell me.
But maybe we should just move on now.
Hold on. You're just gonna tease us like that, you?
Oh,
But-
well, it reminds me of the time when we were in Israel and my sister was like planning. I think we were planning like where to go for a restaurant for some birthday, and my sister was planning to go to a restaurant that I didn't want to, and then I don't know why I was upset, and I was gonna text Ethan, like my sister's talking kind of shit about her, and I sent it to her.
Bro. No.
And that was like, I felt like you said, it feels like you shot yourself. It's like so painful.
Well, also, there's so much pain because it's like,
so painful.
it's like, why did I say this?
And it's like you would
Why
never
did I
say it
do-"
to their face.
Exactly.
You would never say something like that to their face.
What did she say? Your sister must have not taken that nicely.
No. But I was like, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean it like that. It sounds worse than it is.
You probably still remember those texts to this day.
Probably. I remember that moment still. It was awful.
What kind of stuff? You said like really mean shit?
No, but it was like, it was just mean.
I know, like when you talk, yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That hurts. That hurts. Yeah, I heard about people who like send like a picture of their dick to like the wrong person. That's wild. There's too much risk in taking dick pics, bro. There's just too much inherent risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's too much.
Not even once.
Yeah, I've never taken a picture of my dick. I mean, not to send anyone.
Just for your own.
I mean, you know, when you're young, you're like, why not? I deleted immediately afterwards, though. Immediate deletion.